Good afternoon, this is Stouffville Now, and I'm your host, Sarah Newton. Thank you for tuning in today. On the show, Edward Nelles and I have a chance to sit down with Rob Hargrave, now Councillor of Ward 6, who's just recently thrown his hat into the ring for the next election, in hopes to continue on as Councillor of Ward 6. Let's see what he has to say.
This is going to be a very important election for Stouffville. We've had a very high growth rate, and as you mentioned on your website, in 2016, I think Ward 3 is going to be built out.
We're just about finished our growth. We were the first ward to go through the development phases, and by then we will be completely built out. Mm-hmm. When I first started, got elected back in 2003. There was about, I would say, 2,000 homes in Ward 6. Currently today, there's over 5,000.
Wow.
So when you look at that, we have a third of the population in Ward 6. It's the smallest ward by geographics, but it's the highest ward as far as population and density. So it plays a rather large component within the overall municipal sort of framework. But there's some great things happening in the next 4 years that will happen to Ward 6 and will be a huge benefit for the town. And that is the expansion and development of Lebovic Center, which includes the library. We will be putting in an additional pool, indoor pool, a senior center, as well as a gymnasium. So when you look at it, in the past 4 years, this council has put $50 million in capital projects into the ground. And we are the second fastest growing town and maintained one of the lowest tax rates in York region. So, from a management perspective, I think we've done a great job. And it has been a wonderful experience to work with some amazing people, both from the council right through to the directors of town. It's it's been one of these things. I grew up in this area. I'll date myself going back some years. I remember when Stouffville was a small town when we only had one stoplight on Main Street.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
really?
And that was in the middle of, actually right in front of your studio. This was an IGA. Wow. Where we're sitting right today was the old IGA. And so when you go back to that phase and to where we are today, it's amazing. I mean, our population has doubled since 2006, and we've become now, I think, a really unique place to come, settle. We are a global community, and that's wonderful.
Now, the growth has come as a result of development charges. I mean, the growth in the service has come as a result of development charges, and you make the point on your website that you have to be very careful in managing the town's finances, because once those development charges end, they end, and you can't really anticipate them going on for a long time.
It's like getting your allowance. Once you spent it, you don't get it back.
You can't spend it twice.
No, you can't. And here's the big thing is, when I first got on council, our capital and operating budget was $19 million. Today, and I say today, I mean just recently, we cut a budget for $68 million. This is no longer a part-time job. This is a full-time job. And really what I would stress for the residents out there in the next election, what they are, the voters, are really the HR person, human resource person for Stouffville. They can select the next board of governors. And what we are as councillors are really a board of directors that run a $68 million a year corporation. And they have the opportunity to look at the credentials, look at the skill sets, look at the resumes of each candidate, and see who's most qualified. Because at the end of the day, if you mismanage any funds to whatever degree, tax increases are there. And right now, we're managing that tax increase to 2%. So if you look at overspending, if you overspend by, say, $1 million, that could have an implication of maybe $200 on somebody's tax bill who has a house of $500,000. So I sit back sometimes and I look at it and I say, when I get up in the morning, we're a board of directors but we impact the lives of 42,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and we all live here. So you, as a resident of this town, are a shareholder in the corporation. And you want to make sure your money is spent well. And I'm the same way.
Interesting. Looks like we're going to have a lot to talk about, Councillor.
That we are.
And we'll look forward to continuing that in the next hour.